Today, I'll take a look at the best takedown models, aka the top 5 best cheap versions of the high-end models to help you guys save some money while you still get fantastic football boots. So hit that subscribe button and let's do this. If you've been looking to buy new football boots, you've probably already checked out the Elite, Plus, and Point 1 boots. But while they're generally also the best football boots, they might also be out of a lot of people's price range. So to help you out, I've come to the Right to Dream Park to whip out some of the best cheap takedown models that you can buy currently here in 2020. Because they might be a lot cheaper than the high-end models, but you can still find some very, very good football boots in this category. And to be honest, I could live with playing a match in all of these. First up, we have the new Balance Furon V6 Destroy, which is the €135 version of the high-end €220 version Furon V6 Pro. But the thing is that this thing is actually so good that I struggle a little bit believing it's only €135. Because yes, you do still get the fit weave upper. You have this knitted silicone coated upper, meaning that it's still very soft and pliable. Of course, you won't have the same amount of foam on the inside, making it a little less plush. But on the other hand, it's sharper and closer to the ball. Of course, you also have to live with a slightly higher and bulkier heel part, which makes it look, should we say, less streamlined and low profile. And of course, also the Furon V5 sole plate that's less aggressive than the new one. But with that said, it's still very sleek, very speed boot-like, and the upper is so high quality that if you slapped it on another boot and told me it was a high-end model, I'd probably believe you. You can get this for €120 at unisportstore.com right now. That's a steal. Fourth place goes out to the Puma Future 5.2, which, just like the Furon Destroy, by the way, is a lot nicer than you'd think. Because here you also get a soft, plush, really pliable knitted upper with, should we say, a pretty good replica of the NetFit system. It covers a smaller area, but it's still there, giving you, by and large, the same experience on the midfoot as you get in the higher-end 5.1. And okay, it's not as soft and pliable and foamy around your foot as the 5.1, but as you can see, it's soft and comfortable enough. And you still get that pillow-like, very elegant sensation on the ball. The outsole is the same, and while the collar here is made with a neoprene weave instead of EvoKnit, I don't think too many people would really mind wearing this for currently €130 over the €200 5.1. Personally, I'd be totally cool with it. However, it actually manages to get even better still with the Nike Tiempo Legend 8 Pro in third. Now this fella is €130 standard, which is €100 less than the Legend 8 Elite. And truth be told, I'd actually be more or less as happy wearing the Pro in a match as I would with the Elite. And okay, you might get a calf leather upper instead of a kangaroo leather, which is, technically, I know, not as nice. But the good thing is that it's still as thin as on the Elite, and I would say soft enough. And of course, you also have to live with the fact that you get a standard synthetic tongue instead of the knit tongue with the fly knit tunnel in the entire midfoot. And of course, you also miss out on the quad fit mesh. But that on the other side also means that you get less layers of material between your foot and the ball, giving you a more traditional, minimalistic, no-nonsense leather feel than in the Elite. And for the €96 that we currently sell this for, it's a very, very good deal. The Legend gets outdone, however, by the Adidas Predator 20.2, which is Adidas's by far best .2 model in a long, long time. Because here, you actually also get the Demon Skin SL rubber fin technology, and while you won't get as many fins as on the higher-end models, it still allows you to experience that wild, really grippy sensation when you strike the ball. The rest of the boot is also decent. You get a textile upper that's relatively comfortable, a nice heel, it's low cut, and you have laces, so there's not much to complain about there. And that's great because it just gives you that no-nonsense proper Predator feel for €140. Or, if you're fast and you pull the trigger right now, you can get it for €112 at unisportstore.com right now. And that's a win. Now, the best takedown model out there by far is the Mizuno Morelia Neo II MD, which is as good as any other top model from any brand out there, but that also means that it's slightly more expensive than the other boots on the list, so I kinda ended up disqualifying it. What I do want to mention to you guys though is the Adidas Nemesis 19.2, where you get a little bit of that tension tape experience up top, you get a relatively soft and low pointed toe box, and a good experience overall. And then finally you have this absolute bargain monster, the Puma King Pro, where you get a soft calf leather forefoot and the same neoprene weave-like tongue as we saw on the Puma Future 5.2. And it's a great alternative to the Puma King Platinum because this is just €100 or cheaper. So if low price and leather is your kind of jam, this is definitely JayMike approved. But disregarding the Mizuno Morelia Neo II MD, it doesn't get much better than this in my book, the Nike Mercurial Vapor 13 Pro, which sits at €130 or less, which is a full €110 cheaper than the high-end Vapor 13 Elite. And okay, you don't get the Flyknit material, which is instead a circular knit that's a little bit cheaper and not as nice, of course. And that also means that you miss out on the high tenacity yarns and thus the top dollar Boss lockdown. But with that said, it's still relatively soft around your foot. It's super thin, gives you a very sharp sensation on the ball, and offers you a decent texture as well. And overall, it feels a lot like the high-end model. And to be honest, I'd be more or less just as happy wearing this as I would be wearing the Vapor 12 Elites for €130 or less, where you get the same shape and stud layout as on the Vapor 13 Elite. Nike is simply just treating us to some very, very special value for money here. So there you have them, my friends, 7 cheap takedown boots that offer you fantastic value for money and are really worth a look if the top-end models, which are obviously a little bit better, are too expensive for you. But irregardless, which boots are you going to go for when the season is finally back and you can play football again? Well, as always, hit me up in the comments right down below and then go choose from all the different models I mentioned in the video by clicking the link to unisportstore.com right over there. Also, of course, don't forget to subscribe with the notifications on before you go. And then go check out more wicked top 5s in the playlist in the bottom of the screen. And with that said, guys, I'm signing off. A cheerio.